Scream for me, Long Beach! Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to another edition of Headbanger's Closet. And I thought it was high time to give a little love to the greatest live metal record of all time, Iron Maiden's Live After Death. This is one of my prized possessions in my collection. This is an original pressing of the record, a gatefold, as you can see right there. Great record. This was released October 14th, 1985. On audio, and then the video was, for some reason, they put out a week later. I don't know why, but yeah, the video came out October 23rd, 1985. And this record was recorded live March 14th, 15th, 16th, and 17th at Long Beach Arena, Long Beach, California, on the in support of Power Slave on the World Slavery Tour. Check out the gatefold. There's a bunch of pictures of the guys performing. There's Eddie Mummy. There's more pictures of the guys performing, like a Bruce Dickinson up there looking all like badass. Anyway, in my opinion, this is the greatest live metal album of all time. I'm not really alone in that thinking. It's been wildly acclaimed since it came out. Kerrang! Magazine, if you're a metal fan, and if you're watching this channel, you're obviously a metal fan. Kerrang! Magazine is very well respected opinions in the metal community. They've been around for years. They have regarded this record, I think they even came out and said this is quite possibly the greatest live record of all time across all genres. Yeah, I'll get behind that. This record is virtually flawless. We'll get into the tracks here. It's basically, at that time, was basically just greatest hits of Iron Maiden. So first things first, and we'll kind of get to side 4 in a second after I go through the tracks, but you got Churchill's speech, the intro Churchill's speech, Winston Churchill's speech, during the Battle of Britain in World War II. I think it was like 1941, maybe, 1940. Anyway, great speech. If you see the movie Dunkirk, the speech is in the movie Dunkirk, which is pretty cool. But then you get right into Aces High, then 2 Minutes to Midnight, The Trooper, Revelations, Flight of Icarus, Rime of the Ancient Mariner, Power Slave, Number of the Beast, Hallowed Be Thy Name, Iron Maiden, Run to the Hills, and then Running Free to close out the set. Sounds amazing. I'm not going to get into the whole mixing thing. It just sounds awesome. But there was room. There was only 13 songs. There was room on the second side of the second record for them to put some more songs. So they had played, Iron Maiden had played London's, what is it called, Hammersmith Odeon, and they decided to put 5 songs from that show, which was just 6 months prior to the recording of the shows in Long Beach, which that Hammersmith Odeon show was in October of 1984. So for those songs, you get Wrathchild, 22 Acacia Avenue, Children of the Damned, Die With Your Boots On, and Phantom of the Opera. And normally I'm not a huge fan of when a band puts out a live record and then they'll just throw songs from like a completely different tour or show on there. I kind of like what Metallica did with Live Ship Binge and Purge. They played 5 nights in Mexico City, and each of those nights there was like maybe 1 or 2 songs that were different. So they decided to throw all those songs on the back, which is great because you basically get everything that was recorded during those shows. Here, I think it might be a little bit different, but I'm kind of thinking they just wanted to give the fans some extra songs to fill out that second side of the second record, which was side 4. So pretty cool. They all sound great, and coincidentally, this is Beast over Hammersmith. This is the full show, I believe, of that October 1984 show. So that came from the box set. Not part of today's episode, though. Anyway, so let's check it out. So they did a really good job of just basically packing this thing full of great stuff for the fans. So let's just check out the record real quick first. Some photos, some live photos. Then you get the lyrics right here. Both of these, this is an old, and the sleeves are kind of falling apart. So I'm just going to show you one of the record because they're basically the exact same. They're both the gravestone from Live After Death. So really cool stuff. Here you get awesome live shot. There's the Power Slave Eddie, what do you call it, the Sphinx or something in Egypt. More live shots. And then you open up the booklet, right? Check this out. The flags of the countries, and in the blue and yellow columns, all of the tour dates. Really, really cool. More pictures of the band, on stage, off stage, shenanigans on tour. More great photos. That photo of Bruce and Steve, just badass. And then another thing that's really cool to the diehard fans, you basically get photos of the road crew, and then pictures of like the load in, the load out, the buses, all like the electronics. So check this out. Little small bio on the World Slavery Tour 84-85. Then they list all of the tour personnel by name and what they do. You get the tour services and production and all their names, equipment credits. You get the PA front system specifications. It kind of shows you what they used. If you ever have millions of dollars want to recreate that stage show and lighting and sound. You get the total power and wattage, all the monitors they used, the lights they used, and then you get all the band equipment. Right here, they list the guy's equipment, each of the guy in the band, what they were using on tour. Pretty long lists there, if you ask me. I'm not a musician, but that looks like a long list of stuff, of gear. And then over here, you have the production schedule. If you want to know what the crew was doing at 12:15 in the afternoon, well, there it is right there. You can check it out, what they're doing from the time they get up off the bus in the morning to the time show's over and they load out and get back on the bus. So, pretty cool. That's just a little something extra for the fans, which I really think is a great touch by whoever decided to come up with that. So then the next record, same thing as the first, just more tour photos. Picture of Bruce, more lyrics. So like I said, this is a first pressing, 1985. I'm very proud of this one. Artwork cannot be denied, hence why I'm wearing the t-shirt. I'll be honest with you, I got into Iron Maiden a little bit later. I was in high school when I got into them, and they had, basically Bruce was on his way out of the band by that point. But I do remember when I was younger, going and buying Motley Crue and Poison cassette tapes, just staring at this record in the record store, at Ann and Hope store in Central Falls, Rhode Island. Just staring at this and being in awe. And what's really, really cool is, my vinyl rack is over here. You can't see it. The door of this room is right here, and sometimes I'll come in, like on a Saturday or Sunday, and my little girl is in front of my vinyl rack looking at records. Not this in particular, but the Somewhere in Time record she was looking at actually this past Sunday, and she had kind of the same look in her eye that I had when I was a kid looking at it, so I thought that was kind of cool. So hopefully she's on her way of being a metal fan. So yeah, I doubt it. Not what she listens to now. So anyway, so I'm gonna kind of jump around a little bit to one of the CDs that came out about 15 years ago, maybe more. I'm not really sure when, but the band put out all of their records on Digipack, and what's really cool about this version, it's the exact same thing down to the booklet, all the pictures I showed you, the tour specifics, all the tour dates. It has it all. So it's basically just a CD version of that gatefold. So there's the lyrics, there's the photos. Here's one of the CDs, looks really, really cool. The label on the CDs is much better than the records, but whatever. I don't want to nitpick the thing, it's just a great record. Same thing here. More photos. Like I said, exact same as the record. Here's the booklet with all the same stuff in it. This one actually has just more photos than the record, but it's the same stuff. They list all the tour dates, more photos. There's Adrian, Bruce. Basically the same thing as the record, but the Digipack's really, really cool to have. Easier to store too, in my opinion. So that's pretty cool. Here is a CD that I got now. Interesting, like we discussed about those songs on side 4 from Hammersmith Odeon in London. The original CD did not have them. It just had the 13 songs from the Long Beach show. This is not a first pressing CD. I got this like in the 90s. It's broken because I basically listened to it in the car all throughout high school, all throughout college. It still plays. It's a little scratched up, but yeah, looks like Capitol Records there, I think it is. So yeah, it's pretty cool. Here is the DVD. Now this one's kind of different. You don't get the bonus songs from London's Hammersmith Odeon, but for some reason, at the end of the set, they throw in Sanctuary. I guess maybe one of the nights they played Sanctuary, I'm thinking. So that's pretty cool. So there's the first disc. Let's kind of turn it around for you guys there. And then you got the Eddie Mummy on the second one. And the reason why you don't get those extra 5 songs is because you get a lot of other stuff, and those songs are included in it. You get a documentary, and then bonus concert footage. You get behind the, it says Behind the Iron Curtain, like a little documentary, and they got some songs, Aces High, The Trooper, 22 Acacia Avenue, Number of the Beast, Hallowed Be Thy Name, 2 Minutes to Midnight, and Run to the Hills. And then you got Rockin' Rio here. It looks like it's Rockin' Rio 85. You get Aces High, 2 Minutes to Midnight, The Trooper. Looks like Revelations, Power Slave, Iron Maiden, and Run to the Hills, and Running Free from Rockin' Rio 85, which is really cool. This thing's awesome. I no longer have a DVD player, but I watch it on YouTube at least like once every couple months. It still stands up to this day. It's a brilliant performance. You get a lot of Steve Harris machine gun bass, just everything you come to know and love about Iron Maiden live show. It's phenomenal. Right up there with right up there with Metallica, 89 Justice from the live show Binge and Purge in terms of just awesome live show videos. Just phenomenal. Highly recommend it. Check it out on YouTube. Get yourself a case of beer, crack them open, watch the show on YouTube. And then, just a couple years ago, they put out these box sets. You can get them for about $20-25. I've seen them at Walmart. I've seen them at Target. They're still available, although they're getting a little bit hard to find, I believe. So in this, you basically get the CD. It's 2 CD set. Same as the record, same as the other CD. You get the full show and those 5 bonus songs from the Hammersmith show. You get a cool patch. There you go. And then you get a figurine. Now, I've got a couple of the other ones behind me. Somewhere in Time, A Matter of Life and Death, and Power Slave. And you get a figurine. They all come with it. It comes with a stand. This one's still in the box. I don't want to take it out, but that's what you get. You get the Eddie coming out of the graveyard. There it is right there. Pretty cool. Eventually, I might want to kind of display them all, but just not right now. So anyway, that concludes my collection on all things Live After Death. Like I said, just wanted to show it some love, let you guys see what I got. It's the greatest live metal album of all time. Undisputed in my opinion. So let me know what you guys think about it. Let me know in the comments below what you think about the record, Iron Maiden, live metal albums in general. What's your top 5? Leave me a comment below. Hit the like and subscribe. Also, check out my good buddy VK at Zepperal channel. Super cool dude. Always getting new vinyl in. It seems like the dude goes to the record store like almost every day. It's awesome. I'm jealous, dude. Check out his channel. He's a super cool guy. Also, a channel that he recommended to me, which is called Chromium Dioxide Radio. That's a great YouTube channel if you're a metal fan. It's hilarious. It's informative. It's fun. It's another one of those channels. You just grab a couple beers, crack them on a Friday or Saturday night, watch it. It's awesome. You will not be disappointed, I promise. Also, hit me up on Instagram, Headbanger's Closet. Follow you guys back and try to interact with you guys on there as best as possible. Post photos of my collection, shows I've been to, just stuff related to heavy metal in general. So check that out. I'm sure you guys will like it. And we'll have a new video for you guys soon. And as always, cheers.